Everyone, it's Christine. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this week's weekly energy forecast for the week of April 15th through the 21st. How is everyone doing? Check in with me, comment down below with one emoji, a word, your favorite emoji, anything. How are you all doing? Sometimes it feels like on this journey, we're like on this void and I'm like, where's everyone? So I always love hearing from you guys, but there is no pressure because I understand these times have perhaps been tumultuous. There may have been a lot going on. I say this every week. I sometimes feel like redundant, but so many things are changing internally as well as out around us and outside of us. So do your best at this time. Have a lot of patience. Really take care of yourself. And I'll be honest, that's something I'm still navigating in this journey, is saying, okay, Christine, what do you need? What can I do? And it's a work in progress. So hang in there, you all. Happy birthday to all my Aries and Taurus people. Aries season is ending this week, and we are going to experience a major energetic slowdown, a major time to be, perhaps lean into luxuriating and figuring out what feels good right now to all our senses, especially our physical senses, and how can we comfort ourselves, especially after such a hurried, rapid season with these eclipses. Reminder as we get into the astrology, all times are in Eastern Standard Time, New York City time for reference. Let's get started. On April 19th, we have Mercury in Aries, in retrograde, I'll say, conjoining Venus in Aries. So there's a reassessment here, a closer look again at relationships, anything Venusian, at love. It could be romance, pleasure, your beauty or appearance, even home decor, friendships in general, relationships to women, and your values. So new ways, and this has been a major theme, so not really a surprise. There's new ways of communicating, new ways of being. Identities are shifting. We're changing big time. So that means our values for many of us are shifting, because when our identities shift, many times our values shift as well. Perfect example, you graduate from high school. You are no longer a high school student. Now you're entering a new phase in your life and perhaps transitioning to a new identity. Empty nesters, people that retire, folks that leave the workforce, becoming a new parent. So many identity shifts happening. As a result, there's going to be new ways of expression, new ways of communicating, new ways of relating. So some of you may be introspecting during this time and asking yourself, I'm feeling shifts maybe around me or with my connections, with things that I enjoy doing, with what I love, and how I find pleasure. What can I do to support this? Maybe I need to shift what it is that I've engaged in, what no longer fits who I am moving forward. I feel like with some of this energy, some of you are going to expand your relationships, and deepen them in very profound ways, because you're also emotionally expanding, maturing, growing, and developing on your own and with others. I keep getting that and have gotten that in the last several weeks to months about people almost like taking off a band-aid, and you're like, this isn't called a relationship. I want the ones that last forever. Solid relationships. So there's been a lot of like chessboard pieces moving, things shifting, moving around in everyone's communities, relationships, etc., to figure out what feels good to me, who do I align with right now, and who do I don't align with. I hope I said that right. Others of you are going to realize what you no longer want to communicate in the same ways, or what you don't want to allow. A lot of strengthening of boundaries, of asserting yourself, especially if you feel like you've been oppressed or marginalized or perhaps dictated, or what's the word, positioned in a certain way, like, oh, you're a woman, you're just angry. You know, those types of sentiments. There's so many variations here, but there's an accumulation of energy that's really supporting you, especially inward, that will be expressed eventually outward. You actually have a right to express yourself, to assert yourself, to speak firmly and respectfully, but not everyone deserves your kindness. And that's something many people are learning at this time. This could also mean saying what you mean and meaning what you say. In other words, following through with action. There's an action speaks louder than words type of vibe happening here. So again, going back to connections and relationships, something that may be popping up in your reality is, whoa, my BFF, or maybe the person that I thought I could rely on at work or in whatever capacity, you may have thought I could lean on them. They would support me or help me, and maybe they're not showing up for you in the same way. Maybe you realize you saw them in a completely different light, and the person that you're seeing now is not who you thought they were. And there's a lot of variations happening here, but lots of, especially with Aries, it's about taking action. And because it's a tropical cardinal sign that initiates, that can take the leadership on things, sometimes it can be easy to perhaps excuse certain behaviors with people and not see certain things that you may have let go before. But I also feel like that has to do more with the identity shifts and the shifting of values that everyone is going through. So with some of the videos that I've already put out with, with the weekly videos where I mentioned some of this, I feel like my brain is like swirling. Some of you may be taking the initiative to provoke talks, not in a conflictual way, but say, hey, you know, this is bothering me. I would really love it if you could support me in this way, or to show up for me in this way. Or you may initiate relationships with new people, or go out, as many of these themes have been popping up, go out and follow your interests, follow your intuition, and see, where is my guidance leading me to? What do I want to change in this area of my life? Because collectively it's on these themes of relationships and also our individual self, soul expression, identity, etc. But it'll also vary depending on where these areas are being activated in your life. On April 19th, the sun enters into Taurus, excuse me. So the sun again represents your soul essence, your vitality, your life force, wisdom, intelligence. We also get a lot of clarity here in general with the sun, and it could also refer to father figures, career, and ambition. So the sun doesn't have any debility or dignity in Taurus, but it does represent that we're shifting into the middle of the springtime. And regardless of where you are in terms of your hemisphere, whether you're in the north or south, it's more symbolic of the light. So we're seeing more of it. So I don't think and feel like Taurus is too uncomfortable here. Excuse me, Venus in particular, since she rules Taurus, but we have a more Venusian, earthy sun with the sun in Taurus, because it's ruled by Venus, and it also has expressions of the moon. So think with the sun in this sign, it becomes more romantic, more sensual, and it doesn't always have to be in terms of relationships. It could be too with the setting, the vibe, the mood, how you want to feel, experiencing more joys in the everyday luxuries of life. And you define what luxury means to you. For some people, it's having a warm blanket or socks. For some, it's having a safe place to sleep at. Others, it's a pillow. You guys, I'm giving you examples, but think about any of these, maybe aesthetics. It could be tangible items. It could also just be personal mindset. Beauty, power, luxury, and abundance also come into the forefront, especially in a more earthy material sense. So some folks could change up, again, areas around their home in a more physical way, like sprucing up the garden, adding plants to your home or flowers, maybe changing the color scheme or decor, or adding things that help you feel a certain way, loved, abundant, which is all really a state of mind, but also nurturing the physical body that we live in. There's also an element here with the sun in Taurus about building that which grows over a long time, that which is durable, sustainable, long lasting. So it's putting in the work, slow and steady. You may notice an abrupt shift, almost like you're driving, accelerating, maybe speeding a little with the Aries energy. All of a sudden you put your brakes on and maybe you're in neutral now in the car. That's the energy that's similar with the Taurus archetype. So you may feel all of a sudden slowing down, and we're meant to connect to all of our senses right now. We're meant to embody and drop down into our body and feel this. So there's something here building there's something about building an area of your life or something within these areas for the longer term. And you'll note that or see that noted in your natal chart, depending on which area Taurus has. But even without astrology, I always would suggest tapping into your intuition, asking yourself, what do I want to build right now? Maybe it's taking care of myself. Maybe it's focusing on building my public speaking skills or connection or learning something new or staying at home or whatever it is, because you will feel it. You'll know this. Because Taurus wants to enjoy the future as well. And the only way to enjoy the future is to work for it and prepare for it now. It's kind of like retirement. That's the vibe I get with Taurus. A lot of people want to retire and enjoy that time, right? Doing whatever it is that they enjoy doing and pursuing their pastimes. But that means maybe working right now and taking care of, okay, what do I need to do? What plan do we need to come up with? And what can we start building towards slowly? Because Taurus is not about, we got to zoom through this and work 90-hour weeks and get this done. Taurus is like, let's do this slow and steady, sustainably, because remember, it's ruled by Venus. So really tapping into the Venusian and the moon elements, because the moon is exalted in Taurus. Taking care of yourself, your emotions, your physical body, your environment, and community. Big key. So think about what you wish to grow generally in this area of your life, because it's going to be activated and highlighted. On April 19th, Mars in Pisces sextiles Jupiter in Taurus. So this is about taking steps to build and turn your dreams into reality. A lot of expansive energy here and drive, especially with Mars and Jupiter. And I almost get the image right now of Mars being like a turbocharged car and Jupiter being that landscape where there's just opportunities around you, and Mars is just driving around saying, let's catch them. So there's a lot of expansive and fortunate energy here with Jupiter about building something long lasting, especially in Taurus, that could be tied to your hopes, dreams, and desires, especially from your spiritual messages. Pay attention. Highly recommend writing them down, just noting them. If you want something quick and practical, pull up a note on your phone or just get a simple notebook and just jot it down with the date and jot down themes. You're going to get similar things. Pay attention to your sleep too here, like the kind of dreams that you get when you fall asleep, and also your dreams and hopes and wishes, because information is coming through to you that's asking you, what do you want to do? Any changes in your hopes or dreams? Do you want to take action in a certain area? And what can you take action on next? Tons of support as well to finally get this off the clouds, especially with the Piscean energy with Mars and Pisces. Mars and Pisces slows down and connects to some of this energy in a different way versus Mars in Aries, for example, when that's its domicile. So once we get this off the ground, Jupiter will step in and you can receive a lot of support, blessings, or resources. It can come in the form of wealth or even knowledge or human resource, like another human helping you out or providing support, connection, mentorship, guidance, or even some type of knowledge, or like a golden nugget, like a spiritual guidance for you in this path. On April 20th, Jupiter in Taurus conjuncts Uranus in Taurus at 21 degrees. So this is a rare conjunction. Pardon me, you all, for my speaking. Since Mercury went retrograde, I've been like bumping into my own words and I feel rushed when I speak. This is a rare conjunction that last happened in May of 1941 during World War II. And apparently in Taurus specifically, because Jupiter and Uranus, conjunctions happen every 14 years. But in the sign of Taurus, we've only seen it 2 more times, in 1181 and 1858. And then 1941, like I mentioned, and now 2024. So remember, Jupiter's about expansion, growth, good fortune, opportunities, wisdom or higher learning, spirituality as well, and knowledge. Uranus, unexpected or sudden changes, breakthroughs, revolutions, progress. So there's going to be something here that's being highlighted perhaps around your material possessions. And I say this collectively because you'll know wherever you have Taurus in your chart, those are the areas being activated. Ambitions, goals, career, spirituality, and where you want to go towards in life, especially, it's going to be activating here. So changes that are coming. There could be someone or something that unexpectedly enters your life, sometimes leaves, but it's bringing about the change that you need in this area of your life. Some of you may not realize that you needed it, or even that it was going to be helpful in the way that it may be until after the fact. Jupiter in Taurus offers these blessings and abundant resources while we put in the work. That's the key word, because sometimes I feel like you may get like a couch energy with Jupiter and Taurus, where you're just laying down on the couch and you're like, come to me, good fortune. But no, Jupiter and Taurus is like, yeah, we will present these opportunities, but that doesn't mean you're just going to sit on the couch and it's going to fall in your lap. Maybe for you it might. I'm not going to say it won't, but for many of us, Taurus is like, okay, let's work. Let's build something of value. It's like when you want like your own furniture, right? And you hire someone to create your own furniture. Creating a piece from solid wood that's long-lasting and durable may be more valuable than just buying repeatedly things that may break down. And I'm giving a mere example because, you guys, it's going to depend on where you are at in life and obviously your financial resources. But that's the Taurian energy. It's let's create and build something that's going to last. So we need to build a strong foundation here. We're going to get resources, opportunities, blessings, maybe even wealth, good luck coming our way. But it's not going to create it itself. So this is what I really wanted to emphasize here. So you could also see something creative take off. So pay attention. This season is really busy with a lot of things that are coming in through, I consider it like under the carpet, under the rug, through other means that many people are being asked to foment, namely the spiritual connection. On April 21, we have Sun in Taurus squaring Pluto in Aquarius. There could be a challenge here with building, perhaps moving forward or building something around your new identity, your goals, expressing yourself in a more stable way, in a secure way, especially with releasing fears from the past or anything that's coming up, power struggles with others. Also, too, maybe anyone that threatens your life force, that may feel competitive or manipulative. I feel like there's something underlying, like a power struggle perhaps, or something that may feel like it overtakes or overwhelms who you are. So you can take some of this energy because it may come out in the form of conflict or tension, especially with the Sun. It could relate to something around your career or a father figure or an authority figure. Pluto too represents, it could be manipulation, power struggles. So there could be something here where things may not be seamlessly going in a way that you may expect, whether it's some type of project at work. It could be something around your home. It's going to activate different areas of life. The point is with this energy, because there's a lot of this energy and it's very potent, you can channel it into something beautiful in your life, whether it's having to do with home decor, for example, relationships, career, and almost like shifting it forward. I keep getting back to the future, almost appreciating what was with the Taurian energy, and the Aquarius is wanting to propel forward in a different way because Taurus represents stability. And both signs are fixed signs. So there's a stubbornness quality because we've got Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius, which are fixed or solid signs. So there could be a lot of power, just struggling. I see, like, you know, when you're tug of rope, that type of energy here. So just be careful of any lower expressions that come about when you're feeling that. Sometimes it takes control and patience within yourself and saying, okay, this isn't working out. Let's take a pause. That's, I'll say, pausing, taking time to breathe on your own, taking a few deep breaths and excusing yourself. It can save so many things in many different situations and conversations because so many times we're impulsive. That's why people get into arguments, because they react on the spot and they give it back. They're not like, excuse me for a moment while I collect my breath and take a time out. That's why, have you noticed with kids, you have teachers that are like, time out everyone. When kids misbehave, they're sent to time out generally, or isolated, and they're like, you have to sit in this chair. As adults, we also need time out. And this is reminding us too, be careful, because that means we could end up being manipulated or manipulate others. We can end up in some type of power struggles, which we know is not a win-win situation. There's no compromise there. Domination or being dominated could also come up, and losing control or asserting control over others. And I also kept sensing a coldness here if things go south. So what I mean by that is like a detachment in the emotional energy. That's why timeouts are really great. If you are experiencing during this week anything that pops up and you're like, oh, this is causing problems, just pause it. Pause it. Don't move forward. Sometimes you need that space to allow things to diffuse and to shift. Coming up, you guys, on April 23rd, we have the full moon in Scorpio. Eclipse season is wrapping up. And on the 25th of April, Mercury stations direct. And we have the shadow period until May 5th. Yes. Let's get into the tarot. Let's see what is happening this week. Huge breakthroughs coming up. I feel like things are settling down post-eclipse season towards the end of the month. Right? And as we enter May, we may be feeling more grounding, especially as we're through the midpoint with Taurus season. And we may feel like the earth is solid under our ground and we're not just being tossed around like a sock in laundry, trying to find its pair. What messages do we need to know for this week? Whoa. Okay, thank you. A bunch came out. We've got Strength card, Leo energy here. Four of Wands, more fire, and we have the Sun card in reversed. Leo energy is prominently coming out. So like I mentioned, Sun card in reverse, Leo. We have Ace of Pentacles, Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Hierophant, Taurus energy. So we got Leo energy, we got fixed energy, a lot of fixed energy coming through. Stability is shining through. There's something right away, because this was underneath the deck. Some of you are healing this week. Something is popping up. Maybe a final closure, an ending of some sort, and a change where something is wrapping up or something is preventing you from perhaps moving forward completely. I feel like there's a release or a letting go here. This could also mean not wanting to move forward, but for many, I feel like there's something that's coming up, like a residual healing or something that's dinging and telling you, wait a minute. Because I feel like you may have had a certain, because I'm getting like an optimistic plan, but not everyone's going to have that type of view. You may have had a particular picture of how something was going to go or turn out, and it didn't. And there's a sense of disappointment here, and it could remind you of something from the past that helps inspire additional healing or an even integration factor with the sun. Because I feel like what you may have thought was supposed to be yours, you know, when you say that was my job and someone else got it, or that should have been my apartment and they rented it to someone else, or whatever. Someone took the car that I wanted. So many things where we're like, that should have been mine, or that should have been my position, or whatever it is. Something better is coming. And we don't always realize it or see it in that moment because we're fixated. Remember, with this energy, it's very, it could be stubborn, it could be hesitant. It could be fixated on, this is how it's going to work, this is what I'm going to plan. Because sometimes control can be an issue here, where we're wanting things to be a certain way, our way, and when it doesn't happen, it brings up a lot. We can get frustrated, disappointment, it could trigger us, because we're like, not again, I didn't get it. So just keep an eye out. If you're feeling like something, it could be with a relationship, but I feel like it's more general. Something having to do with your, it could be career ambitions, your goal, where you put your energies, the project, especially with the sun. Something that you really cared about, heart connection here. You may not realize that actually everything worked out the way it was supposed to, because another opportunity that's even more stable, more enduring is being offered to you. And with the Hierophant, Hierophant can often indicate contracts or marriage for some folks. And you have 2 earth signs here. So something better is going to be presented to you that you may not have even expected. Perhaps this could be energy too from the eclipse and also from the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. But I feel like, again, I'm bringing this up because if something doesn't go in the way you expected and you had all your eggs in that basket and you're like, now what? Just realize that that opportunity, that position, maybe that relationship, it wasn't as stable as you thought. Sometimes we as humans don't see things that something more divine, spiritual sees. It's like the way I always picture it, I tend to see things more in a cartoon visual way, is someone looking down. And they see things more than obviously we do. And they obviously know a lot more. And sometimes we don't know things. It's like forwarding a movie or reading the last page of a book. Some people like to read the ending before they start reading the book. So divine forces can foresee all of that. And we know this on a subconscious level. But for many reasons, we don't remember it. Otherwise, we wouldn't learn anything here because we'd be like, oh, okay, I know what I need to do here. It's kind of like those secret books they used to have with Nintendo and other video games. They would give you the answers to unlock certain levels, or it's kind of like that. So just be aware, you'll feel it. And it's okay to honor your emotions. I think that's really important with the sun. But I feel like this is helping you heal a huge element underlying that. So it's not so much about the issue, even though it's going to seem like it is. Maybe it's a breakup. Maybe it's a job you didn't get that you wanted, or you wanted to get into a certain school. And it seems like it's about that particular event when really it's something underlying that you're healing. And it's going to present like a freedom. Because look what's coming in. Something more stable that you may not even realize. And you're like, whoa, I never would have imagined this. This is also teaching us a lot about releasing expectations. It's okay to have values. It's okay to have desires and needs. But sometimes we think everything has to turn out a certain way. Kind of like when we're young and we envision, this is how my life is going to be. Or this is how I'm going to get this job or career. Or this is how I'm going to get married. Or this is what my kids will, if anyone ever tries to plan being a parent, good luck. It's things like that. Or getting a puppy, right? Adopting a puppy and realizing, wow, this dog is really wild and really energetic. So that's kind of like the expectations that I'm hearing here. And some of you are also being asked to flow with the energy that's coming through. Because some of you, whatever is coming through here, may be something you never would have picked had this not happened. So this could, you could almost say it's like a divine intervention. A lot of growth that's going to come from here. Some of you could be in the form of receiving a mentor, a teacher, guidance, or some type of soul friend. I always say soul friend because so many people think soulmate is just romantic, and it's not. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. Someone knocked on my door. They were looking for the wrong person. Anyways, just be open during this time, because I feel like some of you, as I was continuously previously, trying to remember what I said, are going to receive a soul friend. And for some, this is going to turn into more. If you are looking for love, be open, because this is going to be something secure and stable that presents itself. Some of you, it may come in the work environment, or check out the Taurus energy of your life, the area of your life. That may give you more clues about the themes where this may show up. But I feel like it's something you would not have planned, which is precisely why the universe is injecting this in for some of you because it's helping you learn how to flow with changes, how to let go of things. Even if there's disappointment, you're meant to feel that and realize, whoa, there's something bigger and better for you. Bigger is relative. Just want to say that. Let's get some oracle. Okay, we're gonna pull. Ooh, they got sticky to my desk mat thing. We got the awakened soul. Let me show you the box for anyone that's interested. Let's take a look and see what other messages you need to know. Thank you. Oh crap. Oh crap, there's a lot of messages, you guys. Hold on, 2 flipped. Okay, we'll go through these. I'm not gonna spend like 20 minutes on these, but okay, some themes coming up this week. We got adventure. So again, remember, we got Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. This could present some type of journey for you. A new adventure's coming. A lot of themes around sun. A big opportunity in travel. A lot of earthy energy here. So some of you may be making moves. Literal moves. However you want to define what I just said. But you could be moving residences or making changes in where you live, whether that's due to work or personal reasons, or simply because you want to travel more, be a nomad, or just transplant yourself to a new environment. There's something new that could be initiating for some of you, and it could be set or pre-planned with this. It looks like a clock, but it may be a compass. It is a compass. You may already have predetermined where this is, and some of you may be going on a whim. It's almost like let the wind carry me energy. We have judgment. Something is ending. This is similar to the sun energy that I'm intuitively feeling, because traditionally they're not the same. And this is an oracle. This is tarot, just FYI. Some of you, this is some type of truths or reality you're seeing, especially with others or yourself, that you're coming into recognition with this week. It could be about something you're learning from a disappointing factor, something that didn't work out, or some type of belief, mindset, or habit that you realize it's not really supporting me anymore. Because something too with the Taurian energy is we can dissolve any structures, and any structures that are not strong will naturally dissolve. That's why, again, with relationships as a primary example, if you can't openly and vulnerably share your feelings with someone and they take it a certain way and it's too much for them, maybe that relationship was not strong enough to withhold those types of exchanges. Because if someone can support you or hear you out or honor you, that person may not be able to because of where they're at in their journey. We've got rescue. A lot of relationship dynamics coming up. Some of you are learning. I feel like this is related to the judgment, but also any beliefs or mindsets about having to do things for others when you don't need to. Again, this is a theme about releasing control. We got fun. There's indications here with adventure and with the Ace of Pentacles, an opening up of your energy, of your expression. When it's really energetic, when you go from starting to feel more good, and the energy around Taurus, since it's ruled by Venus, is really about luxuriating the body, embodying these, what you feel is opulent and abundant and luxurious to you, which is, I feel it's defined by everyone very differently. Action. Coming. I feel that with the Ace of Pentacles. And you got cards here about movement, some fire energy here. We got perspective. I mentioned this before. Some of you are going to just be shifting and understanding things in retrospect, especially with a lot of this fixed energy that we're getting. Sometimes it could take a while to understand situations, and you may be someone that may process your feelings, emotions differently or slowly, or same thing with endings. Sometimes different energies archetypally, and also the combinations, because it's not just in isolation. You may be someone that's simply a slower processor, and it takes time for you to transition out of something, and that's okay. Truth. I said that. Truth and truth, plural, coming out here. Got throat chakra energy. A lot of people and energy showing up in these oracles. So this relates to other people where you are going to find some things out that may not be what you wanted to know or realize, or you realize maybe this isn't as strong as I thought it was. Sanctuary. Total Taurus. Some of you may need to create your own bubble, however that looks like to you. A lot of it is also very much a state of mind, but with Taurus, it's trying to also stimulate that in your earthly physical environment. Desire. This is Taurus too, especially Venus. It could be Taurus and Venus, or Venus and Taurus, but Taurus is ruled by Venus. So we have that too here. Fun, adventure, desire, action. A lot of creative spark energy happening. And sovereignty. I feel like you guys are being freed from patterns, from repetitive cycles and situations. And what could have seemed like that gold glitters type of energy, or what you thought was the one, whether it was a person or a job or a decision or a choice or a particular move, you're going to find out that it wasn't all that it was set up to be. So some of you are moving through this slowly. Let's get an animal wisdom card, and then we'll pull a starseed oracle. What other messages do we need to know? Thank you. Okay, we got 2 animal spirit. Black jaguar, old soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Some of the energy I talked about in the astrology earlier. Some of you may be feeling like you're redirected, but it's almost like a GPS rerouting you back on path. And sometimes we don't understand this until much later in our journey. So really, because Taurus is about building in the physical reality or planting those seeds, which will come into fruition, especially in the fall. So think about right now what it is that you want to bring into your life. Because again, Taurus, really, really superficial example I'm saying, but say you want to build a house. That house more than likely will not be built from the ground up, ready to be moved in 24 hours. Maybe, and again, I don't know anything about houses, but let's say maybe in 6 months, because it depends on many factors, right? On the materials, on how big it is, what you need, where it is, the land, all of that. And also codes and licensing, etc. Taurus is asking us, we want to build. What do you want to build first? And then let's build this in a quality way. That's why it pays to take your time. So really think about what you want to bring into this world, what you want to bring to life. Some of you, this opportunity that didn't work out, it's actually a blessing in disguise, a silver lining that I'm hearing right now, because it's offering you almost like a pause button and saying, are you sure you want this? And it's asking you to reflect deeper. We got tiger, fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold, I am brave, mighty forces come to my aid. And you got that. Look, sovereignty, desire. All of these tap into creative forces, as well as obviously it could be your own sexuality or sexual power. It could be your creative or sacral power, relationships too. We have adventure. There's a sense of growth here, of wanting to learn more. All of these cards that I'm showing you tap into the same energy. Action. A lot of fire energy coming up here. Let's get final oracle and see what pops out. Starseed oracle. Okay. We got 2 that came. Fruition. Rest assured. Your dreams and visions will come to fruition. Holy shit. Where's that card? There it is. The black jaguar, the old soul. It says down here, focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Your dreams and visions will come to fruition. For any of you that are just feeling like, I'll just say, especially since we started 2024, I know I'm not alone. It's been a wonky year. So many weird things. So many people feel like they're taking a step backward. So many people feel like it's not working out. And if you are having an amazing year, please brag about it. Please share with us. I love that uplifting energy because it gives me hope. And I'm like, yes, good times are coming. And it also helps us realize things are always changing, things are in flux. So, any of you where you're like, okay, I'm still plucking away at my dreams, I'm still going in that direction, it's coming. Have faith. It's coming. It's like that fruit. No surprise, maybe I purchased bananas. They're green, like really green. I'm like, did this just fall off the tree or did they take it off prematurely? A week later, they're still green. I don't know what happened to the banana or even that avocado that doesn't ripen and it's hard. It's like that. Your dreams are coming. Sometimes they're slower, but they're coming. Creation. You guys, another fire energy here, element here. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. Huge synchronicities in this reading that are being presented. Listen to the call of your voice. I feel like whale sounds. I don't know if some of you listen to whale sounds, music, animal sounds. It's going to help you connect to something else, a different frequency, a different realm. You know when you put on music and it brings you to tears and it moves your emotions, or you start swaying and it makes you just want to get your energy going like serpent. Some of you are reactivating or being reactivated or getting in touch back into what brings you alive. It could happen solo by engaging with others and laughing, having fun, doing something new and brave by taking action and going on adventures, connecting to your sexual desires, pleasures, health, whether it's solo or with a partner. All of these activate the sacral chakra. Huge creation energy, you guys. Don't forget, things are happening. Comment down below, did this resonate with you? I got so many synchronicities here. I'm like, this has to resonate for someone out there. I hope this reading has helped. Always have faith no matter where you are and what's going on in your life. So many things are changing really quickly. If this has helped, I would truly appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. That's the best way to support my channel. Drop me a comment, share with me what's going on. If I can support you, offer any guidance, mantras, quotes, anything that could be helpful, even a heart or a word or an emoji of support, let me know. You guys, we are on this journey. Many of us are all around the world in different parts. It feels like we are alone, and many of us find community through different ways, like YouTube communities or channels or different platforms. So hang in there. I hope the rest of this week goes well. I'm sending you my best, a big hug, love. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.